What is going on, everyone? Frady Cat Gaming here, and it has been a second, it feels like. I feel like I haven't done a video in forever, but we're back with a little news video. I just wanted to do a quick little update if you haven't heard the news already yourself. So let's just go through this together, and then I wanted to do just a little bit of a look into what's coming for March. So first thing, we are getting a Dad Bomb. Come on, Dad Bomb. I'm pretty sure this is the Esper, or not Esper. It's like a boss from, I'm pretty sure it's a boss from Final Fantasy IV. Which is so funny when they do Espers outside of like a collaboration that is something exclusive to that title. Always funny to me. They did that with like Val 4 and something else, right? Anima. No, Val 4 wasn't. They did it with Anima. And this. And then I think there might have been something else. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we're getting Dad Bomb. So the Esper is looking pretty nice. Definitely going to be best in slot for Maevia. The vision card itself is for Red Mage, Axe, Bow, and Gun equipable main jobs. This will give agility and spirit up, and then at max level, ice attack up. And then for duels, it will give critical hit rate up, which is nice as well. So the only thing with this one that is kind of like is that ice attack up, which is great for ice missile teams. So Maevia, Eliza, things like that, Jaden, so there are a lot of great ice missile teams, so it'll be good for a missile team, and that agility up is nice too, but it just kind of feels a little limiting in terms of who you can use it with, although there are quite a few missile units that are ice units as well. Then for limited bestow for an ice unit using it, missile attack up, magic attack resistance up. Bestowed effect in general is attack up and area attack resistance up. And then the vision mastery for duels is missile attack +2 and area attack resistance +1. So overall, a pretty good VC. And then the Esper itself, the evocation is kind of nice. It destroys a barrier that reduces damage on targets within range, removes protect and shell, and deals ice damage. And then it has the normal map effect that raises allies attack and magic, and increases the effect for ice units, and significantly lowers enemies' ice resistance, right? So, looking like a nice Esper, and I believe it has a lot of, I don't quite remember right off the top of my head what the nodes are on the Esper, but I believe it is a missile-focused Esper. It does have stun resistance bestowed on the ailment resistance for that Esper at Awakening 3. So, looks nice. So if you have Maevia, if you pulled Maevia, definitely worth considering. Otherwise, could be an easy skip. Yeah, looks pretty nice though. I might go for it on my main, definitely not on my free-to-play. Then Feast of Fists and Bow. This is another Veritas vision card. So we had the Frost and Water vision card for the last one they did of these. Again, this is something that you'll get from the metal shop for the Veritas medals. For free-to-play especially, I think these are amazing. It's a free vision card. As long as you're farming the medals every day, you'll be able to build these up. So, obviously, if you're a newer account, you're kind of have a lot to kind of do and catch up on, so you have to build the units themselves and the vision cards. Part of me kind of feels like at this point, it's better to go for the vision cards, depending on your account, of course, but like the vision cards are pretty nice. Vision cards are part of what really strengthens an account. These are specifically really good for the Veritas units, but this card specifically is great for guild battle as well. So if you're like a newer player, newer to guild battle, this might be worth considering focusing medals toward the vision card first, and then maybe going back and working on units or whatever for Veritas units. But this is a Knight, Bow, Fist, and Book equipable main job. I mean, the jobs aren't like the most, at least in terms of when I'm looking at free-to-play, aren't like the most prevalent in what we've pulled recently. So I mean, it is a good card in general, but maybe not for what we have at our disposal at the moment. But what I do like about it is the magic resistance up, the physical damage reduction for wider area attack up, and then at maximal reaction block rate up. And then what I love for this card, hold on, I feel like the camera is not focusing on me and it's annoying me. I feel like it's blurry. Anyway, I'll fix it later. What I like is that at max level, it's giving magic damage reduction for wider area attack up for guild battles only. So that's kind of cool. You get the physical damage and the magic damage reduction for guild battle, which is awesome. And then for any Veritas unit, they're getting water resistance and lightning resistance up. That's awesome. General bestowed ability is agility up and area attack resistance up. Limited bestowed for Veritas of Earth is HP up and magic damage reduction up. And then for the Veritas of the Bolt, magic up and area attack resistance piercing rate up. So that's kind of nice. You know, if you've got some bow units like Maevia, could be a nice one for Maevia. If you put Maevia with the Veritas of the Bolt, I don't know. Could be a nice one to kind of figure out how to use. I do like the abilities on it. Maybe the jobs, maybe the equipable main jobs aren't like the most prevalent of what we're seeing in meta stuff right now. And then Vision Mastery, which is always nice for guild battle, is Spirit +1, area attack resistance +1. So that's not bad. It's nice. It's a nice free card, right? We'll figure out what to do with it. And then we have MA2 for Veritas of the Water. And then MA3 for Amnelis, Velis, Kuri, Wazette, MR version. And, well, we don't have the other one yet. So the only Kuri we have. And then Dwayne. And then we'll get Limit Burst Enhancement for Helena the Black Rose, as well as Veritas of the Waters. So that's kind of fun. And then we get our next quest for Dark Veritas, which I'm so behind on both accounts. It's kind of hard to do on my free-to-play, but I need to catch up on my main. And then he'll also get his Limit Burst, finally. So that is fun. So make sure you're doing that. I have to do that. Cool. So that is that. Then we just have the Guild Battle Supremacy Campaign Support Part 2. Login bonus. We'll be getting Dad Bomb Vision Card Shards. We're getting some Shardless, some Visior, of course, some Awakening Prism tickets, things like that. So make sure you're collecting that every day. We are going to get a friend gift campaign up. So we're going to get more friend medals, which is always nice. And then just going over the March login bonus, right? So, of course, we'll get some Viz, things like that. March medals to exchange for shards and stuff. Nice. All right. And then this is just going over Dark Veritas quest and that type of thing. So we'll be getting part 4 of the Dark Veritas quest. Again, if you're not familiar, you're a newer player, the only units that you can use on this quest are Lucio, the OG Lucio, which we've picked up in a separate video, and then the Veritas units, which you can pick up with medals by doing different content, like the Reliquaries, you can, or just by doing story, actually, for the Wind Veritas. And then by doing duels, arena for some things, doing free matches and that type of stuff. Doing guild battles, right? So all kind of PvP-ish type content. You get the medals for the Veritas, and then you can go exchange the medals for the unit itself, and then the shards, and then the mind spheres, and then they have specific equipment, and now they're getting vision cards. So make sure that you're doing those every day, because they're good units in general, especially if you do have a newer account. We just need strong units, and they are newer. Especially Dark Veritas is going to be a great unit to have. And again, the only way you can acquire him is by using the Veritas units. So make sure you get a good group together so you can clear those quests. So that's it for this coming week. And then I did just want to kind of go over a little roadmap, a brief little one, not a very detailed one, of what we're going to expect for March, especially for my free-to-play. Because I'm having to plan for this is right now on the screen is my premium account, but I'm also having to plan for my free-to-play account what to prioritize. Okay, so this was this next week. Then coming March, the first week of March, we have Falset, so the new Luartha. She will be a new Earth Gunner unit, 100 cost. And then she has a new interesting mechanic that she gets like a heal back mechanic for basically multi-hit attacks or something like that, or a follow-up attack, something like that. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that plays. Personally, I think I'm going to be skipping Falset, especially with some of the things coming up on the horizon. But like if you are a big missile unit player and you want to go for her, go for it. Yeah. That week also, I believe that there's going to be a special banner, an 80 unit shard select banner, but it's going to be like 500 paid viz, and you can do it up to 5 times. So if you have paid viz, right? If you are using paid and you're trying to maybe transcend something or build something up fast, that might be the time to do it. Because I think Maevia and Hero King Mont should be on that banner as well. So that could be good. We're thinking free to play. I'm kind of trying to approach it from free to play, so that's a no-go for free to play, right? But even if you want to just dip a little bit in there to give yourself a boost, that might be the thing to do, you know? Then week 2 of March, we're getting the Falset VC. This is a greatsword, bow, gun, and glove VC. And this is the first gun VC to give luck for gun units. So nice, helping with accuracy and that type of thing for our gunners. And what's nice is that it is gun and gun and bow, right? So we get both of those missile groups together, which is nice. Sometimes I feel like you would think they'd be grouped together more often, but sometimes they are separated on these vision cards, which kind of stinkeroonies. Then that week there will also be another 80 shard vision card banner, right? So the first week we have a unit shard banner, then we'll have a VC shard banner, which will most likely be better for more like usable for newer accounts. If you're really trying to get some of those vision cards finished, this again is paid as well, but might be worth it if you are short on vision card shards and you don't have like Mogshot medals to exchange for more shards and things like that. If you're struggling to kind of like plow through things and build up your VCs, that might be something that you want to consider spending on. Then week 3, we get the part 2 of the story event, those of Absent Heart, the Curry Maevia storyline, right, with Seymour and O and all the things. We'll also be getting the new unit Young O, who is a 100 cost water katana unit. I'm kind of excited for that for my premium account. I love water units. I feel like there hasn't been a really great water. I mean, Exia is really great. I haven't used her as much as I should, though. But O will be the next water unit. And he has a similar main ability to Shureka. He has a select 2 physical barrier break with height 2. And then he also has a lot of damage potential in his kit and a lot of healing potential in his kit. So Young O, also not limited, so easy skip for those of us trying to save. Probably will skip this on my free-to-play account, but might go for this on my premium. I do like my water units. And then Dark Leviathan is also coming the same week, which will be like the new best physical Esper. So, I mean, if you're kind of considering, I would definitely go for the Esper over Young O. Again, not limited, so you could always pick it up later. It is a Dark Esper and VC, so it does cost a little bit more to pity if you have to go that route. But the VC is an Earth and Water VC. It gives AoE resistance 20, physical damage plus 10%, and max HP 20%. So, nice looking for my Earth and Water teams, so I'll have to try some more, go back to some mono team or some Earth Water teams, because we also have we have 3 now Earth Water VCs, I believe, because we have Dark Siren and Dark Golem, or Golem might be Ice Earth. I don't know, something. We got something. There's definitely a Dark Siren there, but there's some overlap between Earth and Water, which is nice. All right, and then the Esper is going to be like really, really strong physical Esper. So this is a definitely highly, strongly consider pulling for, but again, not limited. So if you want to save for what's coming up afterward, definitely do that. But it will, on its board, have accuracy 22, man-eater 25, and unit resistance penetration 20. So very similar to OG Odin, but has that unit resistance penetration, which is nice, and a newer kind of ability, right? It's one of the new things that we're kind of looking for. New generation mechanic, whatever. And then week 4 of March, we should be getting Kuja for the Final Fantasy IX rerun. Kuja plus his vision card in the same week, I believe. He also will have a new mechanic, which will increase his human resistance when he's casting. So that's kind of cool. Also, I believe he has an ability to reduce evasion of units. I think he has an aura ability that reduces evasion, so he will be great against the evade girls. He'll be a great teammate for X-Death. So if you pulled X-Death, Kuja would be a great consideration. Probably on my free-to-play, at this point, I'm probably going to save up for Kuja. That seems like the best bet. Gives us about a month to save. And then we'll probably want his vision card too. So, but anyway, that's coming. And then his vision card is usable by Knight, Devout, Glove, and Book. Gives unit attack resistance 24, max HP 20, and magic 50%. Then also the other units, so Dagger, Zidane, and Vivi will be getting their MA2, MA3 maybe? They're getting master ability upgrades, and limit break upgrades, limit burst upgrades, right? Vivi seems to be the one that gets hooked up the most though, so he'll be getting a bunch of accuracy and AoE penetration, and then his limit break, the stun on it will last 2 turns instead of 1. So that's really cool. So if you have Vivi's already really strong, so if you have him, that'll be a nice one to kind of reinvest in, you know? Also dark, so could pair well with X-Death. It could pair well with Kuja. So let's see. I'm excited to kind of play with that. I mean, if you don't have any of those units and you're free to play, definitely go for Kuja, I would say. Probably not worth it to go back for Vivi unless you really, really want him. Maybe get lucky, but it's going to be hard to build 2 limited units from scratch if you don't already have them. And that's all like the units and vision cards for March. And then the only other thing that I wanted to mention is that at the end of the month, Grand Arena should be coming back. And the difference with this one is apparently it will be only low rarity cost units, so no URs. So if you haven't been building up your lower rarity units, maybe start getting a get down, or what am I trying to say? Start getting a head start on that so you can prepare for it, you know, and then listen, then your stuff is built up and you can tackle the selection quests if you haven't already done that. Definitely worthwhile to build up your lower rarity units for things like cost limited content. So it's not worthless. Definitely worth considering and trying out for that cost limited content. Like guild battles, sometimes we have limited guild battles, you know, PvP events, class matches, things like that. If you're trying to get into more PvP, which is such a staple of the game and kind of what makes it fun, yeah, definitely consider, especially if you do like events like Numero's WBEL event, where we have a special kind of format, or JB79 runs some tournaments sometimes, and a lot of times we use alternate rules, and a lot of times we're kind of really using those lower rarity units to flesh out a full team because of whatever special rules are implemented. So they are used. There are definitely some that are better than others. Maybe we'll do a tier list of some lower rarity units to kind of help guide us. The number one I can probably recommend to you off the top of my head, Shadowlynx. Shadowlynx is a great MR unit that everyone should invest in. Anyway, this was just a little news video for the upcoming week and a little look into March. If I learn of any other information, I will let you know. Also, if you want a little more of a detailed look into what's coming this March, check out KT79 if you haven't already, or if you don't know who that is. He is a JP player, so he has a lot of insight into what's coming and can give a little more detail. But anyway, that is the video for today. Let me know what you're excited for. What are you going to pull? Are you free to play? Are you premium? I personally think for my free-to-play account, I'm saving up for Kuja. I ended up spending a lot of Vizier recently between X-Death, his Vision card, trying to build up Bart's a little bit too, and then also pulling for King Mont and his Vision card. And in hindsight, probably could have saved on the Mont, but whatever. We needed a nice little tank, so he's kind of slow building a little bit. Definitely gonna save Rakuja. And then on my main, my premium account, we'll see. Thinking to skip Falset, might go for Dad Bomb, might go for O. I think Leviathan's looking good. Definitely going for Kuja though. I have to consider what we're doing. I need to start kind of being a little more selective and discerning with my with what I pull for on my main account. I can't be pulling for everything. So let me know what your plans are. What are you the most excited for? And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Peace.